confident? Well, let's go. Hello, and welcome to episode 99 of the Knitting Annihilator podcast. I am Akira, your friendly neighborhood knitter, and I'm coming to you today from my amazing home in Adamsville, Alabama, where I live with my sexy, gorgeous husband and my two sons, Aiden, who is 5, and Ethan, who is 3. If you are new here, welcome. I do hope you enjoy the episode, and I hope you stick around with a like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube things. And if you are returning, hey girl, hey, Aiden is awake because now that he is in kindergarten, he has his own alarm clock that wakes him up for school, but it does not go off on the weekends. So I'm going to apologize in advance if Aiden wakes up his brother and there are little blips in between. So, how are you? Today is September the 30th of 2023, and you know what that means on this channel. I always start Vlogtober one day early, so of course I wanted to get this podcast out the day before Vlogtober started, just to give you the rundown of everything that's going to happen. I don't know why I feel like you're so far away. Just a little period. Okay. I want to give you the rundown of everything that's going to happen and how I want to do it, and then then we'll get into just regular podcast stuff. So Vlogtober is when I vlog every day in the month of October, because October is my birthday month. I am a Halloween baby, period. So the way I want to do it is kind of the same way I kind of do Vlogmas. Some days will be vlogs, but some days will be nicely sat down curated videos, just so that people don't, if I'm honest, my life is boring. I do the same thing every day. I'm a regular bitch. So, you know, I don't do much, but I do on those days when I don't do much, maybe have something fun to talk about, or something like that. And we do have projects that we will be discussing today that we will also be working on throughout the month of October. So we will definitely catch up on those, and throughout the month of October we will discuss them. I think that's all I wanted to say about Vlogtober. Today will be a vlog per se, because I am going to knit Birmingham with my crafty friend April, of Smiles_Hard on Instagram, and I think she's April Terry on YouTube. She does do some podcasting from time to time, and we're meeting up there. She's coming up from the Gump, and we're meeting in Birmingham to that's where it really came out, in Birmingham. We're meeting in Birmingham to check out this new yarn store that has opened up, and I think it opened up sometime September, either this year or last year. So I'm very excited. So yeah, that's it about Vlogtober. Thank you for your excitement and support as far as the granny squares go. I have given out where to send them to a couple of people, but if you're still looking for that, you can find me on Instagram as knitting_annihilator_, or send me an email. I'll put my email address down below, as well as show notes down below, to let you know where you can send those granny squares, so we can yarn bomb my little floor chair here that I literally have been using every day. It's fabulous. And me and my mom were on the internet, and there are so many more that have more cozier, maybe more knit friendly like designs. So yeah, I may be getting more than one because I'm in love with the floor chair. Alright, I think that's it for admin-y things. Again, you can find me on Instagram as knitting_annihilator_, and I am also on TikTok as the cute housewife, where I do Whip Wednesdays and some other stuff. You just never know. It is 7:30 in the morning. I'm trying to get this podcast filmed, out the way, so that way you can know about Vlogtober and everything, and I can start filming from there on, and get everything edited in a proper way. I did say this would probably be a one take, but I know me. I'm not a one take girl. So I'm going to try to make this short so that way I don't have to do much editing and the uploading isn't a B word. So yeah. So let's get into today's episode. I have 2 victories, finished objects that I am fired up about. And I have 2 battles or works in progress. Those are the categories that I use because I am a I'm a superhero knitting annihilator, and knitting is my superpower. It's 7:30 in the morning, y'all. I haven't had coffee. We're just going, and that's just what it is. So, okay, we'll go in order for which was finished first. So this is the Essential Beanie, and I'm going to put the designer on the screen. I know her first name is Andrea, but I don't want to butcher the last name. I watched one of her podcasts. She has a podcast on YouTube, and I watched her podcast, and I swear I watched that part of the podcast like 5 times so I can remember. Still don't remember. or I still don't know how to say it correctly. But this is who it is, and I test knit it, and it came out about 5 or 6 days ago. And my honey, he's not in the pattern, I don't believe, but he is on the pattern highlights because I did take a picture of him in it. But this is a paid for any weight pattern. I think it's perfect for if you're just looking for just a quick beanie that you could just knit up really quick for those fall nights. I went for the single fold, but there are instructions for a double fold as well. The yarn that I used was fingering weight, and I used Breaking Yarn by McKaylee. Breaking Yarn in the colorway Gray Matter, and it is yarn inspired by the show Breaking Bad, which is why I always say Breaking Bad yarn, because, yeah. So, I'm still trying to decide if I'm going to let my husband officially have it or not. I kind of want to knit myself one. I don't know if I want to go up a size or down a size. Like, it fits really good, but I guess based on some hat patterns that I've knit, and I've knit 3 of them this month, or this year, the Nostalgia DK, it's a really snug fit. So I guess I get lost now when things are like snug but not snug. But I do want to give the hat another try. And maybe knit it goes from child to adult large. So you do have that wiggle room to play as far as snugness and hugging and things like that. I'm trying to get closer so you can see the details. It is a 2x2 rib, which I love a good 2x2 rib. That's one of my favorites. Yeah, I did the adult small, and I didn't have the recommended needle size of a US 1. The smallest I had was a US 2. Yes, the smallest I had was the US 2, which I later found out I do have US 1s on DPNs, but I wasn't going to do it on DPNs, I'm sorry. Excuse me. So, yeah, that is this hat. It came out beautifully. Love it. Let's talk about the one that I'm just like over. So, we all know that every year I do make myself an outfit, and this year is no different. So I decided to tackle, don't know why I went fingering weight. You know, that happens. I did that last year too. Everything was fingering weight. And that was bonkers, but I guess I didn't learn my lesson. So I decided to stick with a set this year instead of making 2 different pieces that I would like to go together. There was no theme this year. My mom asked me if there was a theme because last year I did a cosplay type situation. This year I just wanted to be cute and cozy. So I guess that could be the theme. So I went with the Thin set by Wool and Beyond, and I call it TTThin because I am ignorant, because it's got like 3 T's in it, and so I call it TTThin by Wool and Beyond. But I finished the first part of it, and I finished my skirt. Oh, wow, look at that yarn. That's crazy. This yarn is crazy, and I'm in love with it. So, this is the skirt portion of the set. It is a sweater and a skirt. And I knit the smallest size. This is a paid for fingering weight set. You can, of course, buy each pattern separately, but I chose to buy the set so I can make a cute little set. And I am in love with it. So let's talk about the modifications I made. Finger eight pattern, the yarn I used is WillieNillieKnits. He does not dye variegated yarn anymore. I'm so sorry. He would have to see y'all go hard, like super hard, for him to do that again. So I respect it. A little nervous, but I respect it because I'm nervous that I'm gonna run out of yarn and he doesn't dye anymore, but it's okay. The colorway is called Malice, and I love what happened. So on the camera, which you know you can also see in real life, the way it pulled, it looks like a zigzag situation, and then once it was time to start knitting flat, it started like, I don't even know how to describe that, like ripples. Oh, it's so good. This is so freaking good. I'm so excited. So the yarn is 80% non-superwash merino and 20% silk. So Mama's coming up in the world wearing silk, period. I love that. And I knit the smallest size. Everything is done in centimeters. So you know me, the centimeters thing, I guess, throws me off. But because my waist and hips are very strange to me personally, I went with the smallest size and then started increasing. I increased to the point where I felt on me was necessary. I think I only did like 6 increases, and then just continued just going straight down. What else did I do differently? Nothing really. I think that's really the only modifications that I made, is that I kind of switched the numbers up and just increased when I felt comfortable, and then just carried on. But followed the pattern. Oh, that's one thing I did differently. So for the folded hem, instead of sewing it together, I put a lifeline in where I wanted it to be folded, and then I picked up the stitches where the lifeline was and then knit them together and bound off that way. And then to get out the kind of pucker, because when you do that it kind of folds up, and I just blocked out the fold up, and I made sure that when I blocked it I pinned it down. So I think it came out really good. It doesn't really look like it's folding up too much, but I want this to be the thumbnail so bad, so I'm gonna hold this up for a while. But really good knit. I got this done in 13 days. My husband did take notice when things were going astray with the housework, so once I was done I definitely got back on my A game. But I'm so happy that it's done, and I am on to the next item of this. So I'm so excited. So that is that. So that's everything that I finished for this episode. So let's get into the works in progress, or the battles. To take a break from that, because I know that's pretty loud, so we'll go here first. Living in my Stitching the High Notes bag, I have I didn't call this my birthday cardigan because it definitely needs to be done before my birthday, but I called it my October cardigan because I'm making a cardigan. I want it to be done by October 27th, which is when the Five Nights at Freddy's movie comes out, and me and my sister want to go see it. So I am making my dream cardigan that I had been waiting for it to come out, and it's finally out, and I finally got it and started. So this is the Dawn to Dusk Shacket by TTThin on Instagram, and I'll put real names and everything on the side. I am knitting this in black yarn, and at first I didn't think I was going to appreciate that, but as I work with it I'm like, oh my god, this is going to be a staple Like, I'm literally going to grab this all the time. And not to say that I don't grab my colorful things, but it kind of like, I love when people ask me about my knits, but sometimes you just want to exist. You don't want nobody to like ask you anything, which is really hard when you're standing there in a hand knit outfit and you're knitting at the same time, but that's okay. So this is just going to look like, oh, did you get that at the store? Again, I don't care if it looks like I got it at the store or not, but if you say that, cute. So yeah, this is that. So here's where I am. It just looks like a black void. So I finished the first section of the back, and I am now knitting the right panel. And I wanted to show you, oh, you can see it, facts. So as you can see, there's like this piping detail that goes across the back, which is so elegant. So I think that's really classy. And doing it was not hard. I was very nervous, but I was fine. Yes, Ada?
Are you doing your podcast?
Not yet, but as soon as I'm done, I'll come out and help you, okay?
You taking a long time. I really want the strawberry chocolate milk.
Okay,
right
well,
now.
let me finish talking about this one, and I'll get you the strawberry chocolate milk, okay? Okay, thanks. Okay, so this is where I'm at, and the yarn I'm using is acrylic yarn, so it can go in the wash, but honestly, I don't put any of my hand knits in the wash because I'm scared. This is Big Twist Value in the colorway black, as you can tell. Big Twist Value. And I am knitting the third size. I'm knitting the third size. I forget what bust that is, but I'll put that, that's already been on the screen, so you'll be good with that. And yeah, I'm just really excited of where this is going. So, because I was so nervous. I was like, what if it's too big? But no, that's perfect. I'm so excited. I love this. I'm so pumped about this project. So what I'm doing with my October projects is I'm kind of just taking turns, like going back and forth on each one, and things like that. So I'm using a US 8, which is a 5mm needle. That's the needle I use to get gauge, and yeah, it's going swimmingly. So I don't see a need to put a stitch marker in there because you'll definitely be able to tell the progress that I've made as time goes on. So that is that one. Let me go get Aiden some strawberry chocolate milk and I will come back. Okay, well, so much for not editing, but that's okay. Strawberry milk has been gotten. Everyone's at peace now. So, alright, we just finished talking about the cardigan, so now we will go on back to this. So, living in my Scooby-Doo bag that one of my lovely viewers made me. I use this bag every day at this point. I am doing the second part of my birthday outfit. So, I am making the thin sweater by Wool and Beyond. It is a paid-for fingering weight pattern, aka the TTThin sweater. And this is what it looks like. What's on my screen? Not me thinking the screen is dirty. But I think it's the microphone. Yes, the microphone. So this is what it looks like. And I guess it appealed to me. I don't remember who finished theirs. But it was just so nice. And I loved it. And I think I really love the V. Or the X right here. I honestly don't think you're going to see it with how variegated the yarn is. So I may skip that part. I don't know. We'll see when I get to that point. But, yeah, so I just don't want to do all the work knowing you won't be able to see it. I think that would aggravate the hell out of me. But we'll see. I am making the smallest not the smallest size. I'm making a small because it calls for 0 to 2 centimeters of positive ease. So based on what they're saying is it should like fit like perfectly. I am using the recommended needles. I actually got gauge. So I don't know what happened between me measuring the gauge for the skirt to now, but I remeasured the gauge and it's spot on. And I'm just like, I don't know how it magically got spot on, but I'm here for it. Thank the knitting gods and baby Jesus. So yeah, same thing as before, fingering weight. I'm not very far at all, and I've already started modifications. So this is where I am. I am on the short rows right now, and it's actually going all right. I guess it's a little intimidating because it's very wordy. So you really have to kind of be paying attention. I'm not at the mindless knitting portion just yet, but that's okay. We do our short rows because we want things to fit a certain way. I love German short rows. They do not stress me out at all. So that's where I'm at. And the first modification that I've done so far is that you actually pick up for the neck. And instead of just casting on regularly, I did a provisional cast on so that way I can have an easier time picking up. In the words of my homeboy Willie, when you know better, you do better. So I am so excited about where I am in my knitting journey that I can take those liberties with the patterns, and when I see things that I feel like, you know what, it'd be better if I did it this way, might be a little cleaner if I did it this way, I can just do that. And I also did a provisional cast on because I want to save as much yardage as possible. So what was very interesting about Willie's yarn is that they were not just 400 yards, 100 grams, These are 600 yard cakes. They're really big cakes. So really big cakes. And I literally for the skirt, literally for the skirt I had 17 grams left. And honestly, I think that was me being nice. I feel like I could have gotten a little more out of it, but I was so scared. So this is all I have left of one skein, and I was able to knit an entire skirt with a folded elastic band waistband with one skein. So I am hoping, praying to Jesus that I will be able to knit this sweater with what I have left, which is only 2 cakes. These cakes are in Yarn Cozies by Lila Styles. There's one that has little sushis on it. Oh, girl, hide your face. There we go. Little sushis with little faces. And then this one has different Broadway shows. The ones that I have seen are The Lion King, and I've seen Anastasia. I guess technically Hamilton, we've all seen that. I guess technically Rent, because it's a movie as well. But I would love to go to some of these, maybe not on Broadway, but like kind of off Broadway. Like Aladdin is coming to coming to the Birmingham Theater in January. I would love to go see that. So yeah. Grease. I've seen Grease on TV. Little Shop of Horrors we've all seen because it's a movie. Beetlejuice we've all seen because it's a movie, but I hear the musical is amazing. Hairspray we've all seen because it's a movie, and I know the words to that one, period. Wicked's on there, so you know, you got your you know, your good ones. So I'm really nervous. So this calls for 225 grams based on the size that I chose. I weighed both skeins. Let me go to my knitting notes. I weighed both skeins, and I have 326 grams. So obviously I have more than enough, allegedly, but we will see. I feel like I'll have to follow the pattern to T. I am a little nervous about the sleeves, because you guys know I don't like sleeves that hug my arms. So we're gonna have to like really be mindful of our yarn usage when it comes to the sleeves, because when you don't do all the decreases, you're obviously using more yarn at that point than it's called for. So, but we will carry on. I'm not going to put a progress keeper in because it is definitely not, I mean, it's enough fabric, but it's really not enough fabric to put a stitch marker on. I am also using my on-brand progress keepers by Ube Babies. I feel like they're the only ones I use. So I try to go and use other ones, but then I just keep coming back. And they're my Scooby-Doo themed ones. And I know some people will probably be like, maybe you need one special stitch marker, and then, you know, for the other times you need like other ones. There you go. Try to make sure you can see all my girls. So, while I'm with you there, I'm not with you. Respectfully. What I do, I take good notes. So,
are you almost done, Mommy, so you can come in here and relax with me?
yeah.
When are you done?
Okay, let me finish.
When are you done?
I can't tell you when I'm done. I'm really almost done.
It's 30 minutes.
Maybe. Yeah.
In 1 minute, so...
No, you said 30.
No, I said 1.
Well, give me about 20 of them.
No. You take that take a long time.
Okay, well, the longer that we go back and forth is kind of the longer it takes. So
Please, just 1 minute.
Right, just let me do my thing, and then I'm going to come in there, okay?
1 minute talking?
Yeah.
Oh, I want my tablet.
Well, not right now. It's really early in the morning, okay?
Why is it early?
Well, because you decided to wake up early.
No,
So.
I didn't wake up early.
Okay. Well, you go watch your Spider-Man, and I'll be in there in a minute, okay?
I want to go to my trip.
Okay. Well, if we want to go to the trip, then we need to be a big boy and use our listening ears, okay? So I need you to go sit down and be a big boy so I can finish, okay? Thanks. So, don't lose it, don't lose it. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I know exactly what I'm talking about. So, you would think that I would use different markers for like the shoulders and the thing from the beginning of round. Well, I take good notes. I write everything down literally. So what I've decided is that Scooby is the beginning of round. Then we get to Shaggy. That's the first sleeve. Then Velma is the front. Then the sleeve between Velma and Daphne. And then between Daphne and Scooby is the back. So, I guess because they're people, I'm able to keep up. And I love that. So, here's where we are. I literally started last night. So, yeah, so that is everything on that. There is no kryptonite right now, but I know something that shipped and I am so excited about it. And it is really one of the reasons why I am going to the knit store today. And I'm very excited. I think that's it. Because my son's not going to give me any more time. So, with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. I do absolutely appreciate you, your love, your patience. And I do hope that you found this interesting. And if you did, please stick around and push that subscribe button. Turn on your post notifications. That lets you know whenever I post, and also when Vlogtober will be up. And I hope to see you in the next video. I hope you had an amazing time living the craftiest life possible. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.